Tech at Michigan Tech, and then followed by this performance. Is it kind of a disappointment follow?
Really disappointing because we started out well. We scored the first goal, had a power play early to really put some pressure on them, and then we got away from it. We gave up a goal off of a face-off, and then we took a penalty and took another penalty, and now we're in 5-on-3, and one of the leading goal scorers in the country is in a position to shoot a puck, and now we're down 2-1 after a really good start. So that was frustrating for sure.
We talked about how this team played good stretches of hockey during games, but in the last 6 games, they only have 1 win. Just what does this team kind of need to do to do enough games to win?
Well, it starts with our we take too many penalties. It's been a issue for us. When we don't take penalties, we give ourselves a chance, and when we do, it usually isn't a recipe for success. And I'll take responsibility for that. Obviously, the message is not getting through to people to stay out of the penalty box. At times our effort was good. Tonight's game was a lot like our season. At times it was really good, and then at other times it wasn't. And we need to be really good as a team and doing what we do in order to give ourselves a chance.
Have you heard any word on Vanderbeck?
I didn't. I didn't even see the play. Obviously, it's not something you want to see. In talking to the guys that were out there, it looked like he fell backward and hit his head. So hopefully he's okay. He's a really good hockey player.
Yeah, that's what happened. It wasn't a malicious hit or anything.
The referees went back and reviewed it. I haven't seen any. Obviously, I haven't seen anything on it. I think it was a play in front of the net there, and somehow, some ways, he got his feet taken out from under him, and he went back. I would hope that if it was something malicious, the referees would have called it. But nobody said anything, and from what I saw.
Yeah, we saw the replay. It was kind of incidental.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, that's for sure.
There was a play in the second period where Christian took a hit from one of their players, and that got dislodged and anything. Nothing was called.
Yeah, I think our guy actually got his stick in the way and might have tripped the player into Christian. So it was probably more to do with what we did. The one play on Ethan Scardina, he got hit high. Had we, it was borderline. I probably should have challenged it and asked for head contact based on what I saw on the video after the fact. It would have been a 5-minute head contact. I should have reviewed it. That's on me.
Is Ethan all right?
He's fine, but he's had concussions in the past, so it doesn't. It's not. He was fine. He was talking to us. There was no issues, but I don't think we'll see him tomorrow.
You talked about the penalties, taking those kind of killed the momentum from you guys starting. Do you guys feel you ever had a chance to build it back up there?
When we made it 3-2, we did. We get it to 3-2, and there's a lot of hockey left to be played, and get a good play through the neutral zone and a good shot by Spencer, and then we don't work back into our own end and they score. So we had a chance there to keep ourselves to get in it and stay in it, but it didn't end up working out that way.
I would say just you talk about not taking penalties, and today it seemed like the power kill did their job, but then once after, Northern would score. Just is it hard to?
Yeah, they scored right after 2. So basically we kill off the penalty and then they score not too soon after. That's hard because you work so hard to kill it off, and then the guy comes out of the penalty box and there's a little bit of confusion, and they don't. We were just a step away, it seemed like, and that might have been the story of the night. We didn't win enough races, and we weren't where we needed to be at certain times.
On the issue of the penalties, I was just wondering, how do you personally address the team on how to take less of those?
I mean, we've skated them. We've tried to hold guys accountable. At the end of the day, it's decisions. We can't continue to do that, and it's frustrating. And you look at the teams in college hockey that take the most penalties; they're not the teams that win the most. It's a bad recipe, and so we address it by talking about it. We talked about last week at Michigan Tech. who's a very good team on the road. Friday night we take too many penalties. Saturday we don't, and we the result was what we all wanted. So ultimately, we just need to make better decisions more often.
Do you think emotions also?
I mean, those aren't the kind of penalties that hurt you when a guy from the visiting team and our team are going at it, and it's the guys are competing. Those aren't the ones that hurt you. It's the ones the too many men on the ice and the hooks and the holds, and you take a penalty while you're on the penalty, like that's a tough spot to put our team in. Put a freshman goalie in. It's hard.